Hello students, today we will start a new chapter combustion of class 8. It is a part 1 in which we will just introduce this topic. What is combustion? Obviously very often you have seen so many things which are burning like candle, when burning of candle and in gas stove and burning of wood, burning of kerosene oil, burning of petroleum, burning of LPG. These are example of combustion. Now let's define what is the combustion. This word or this term itself need its explanation. So let's explore this topic combustion. What is combustion? It is a chemical process in which a substance burn in presence of oxygen and emits heat along with, or it may or may not, it may release light. This light can be in form of flame or in form of glow. For example, when you burn candle, you get flame, or in your temple or in your puja ghar, obviously you have seen the diya which is having flame. At the same time you have seen the agarbatti or scent stick which have glow. So at the same time you can see the both example. When the combustion is taking place in the diya, there is flame, in the release of flame or the release of light in form of flame, and in case of the scent stick or agarbatti, there is a light in form of glow. There are, so let's define this combustion, or let's write what is a combustion. It is a chemical process. It is chemical process, so obviously it is irreversible. Irreversible reaction. Okay. It is a chemical process in which a substance react with oxygen. Okay, it react with oxygen and emits heat. Okay, then it may release light, maybe. Okay, release light. This light can be in form of flame or in form of glow. There are some examples, as I have told you, the burning of candle. Burning of candle. We have seen that flame. Okay. A very good example at your, I think, class 7th level. Burning of magnesium ribbon. Burning of magnesium ribbon. And here the very good example is burning of charcoal. Burning of charcoal. Okay. Now a very good question comes in our mind, that what about sun? It also releases heat and it also releases light. So what is this? If their combustion takes place, actually not, there is a different type of reaction takes place, that is not nuclear, but it is a that is not chemical, but it is a nuclear reaction. Okay, here the nuclear reaction, its name is nuclear fusion, not the fission, it is fusion, in which hydrogen combine to form helium. Okay, so and due to this nuclear fission reaction, large amount of heat large amount of heat and light released. Okay, so it was just you can say the note which we should just retain in our mind. So it was about the combustion, and the important situation is, or important conditions, the substance need oxygen. So on the basis of this, there are two type of substances. The first, it is the combustible substance, and second, it is a non-combustible substance. So let's see the classification of substances on the basis of this combustion. So on the substances can be of two types. The first, it is combustible substance, and second, it is non-combustible. Okay. So combustible substances are those substances which burn in presence of oxygen. Okay. Here they does not burn in presence of oxygen. Okay, so it is the main point about the combustible. Let's see some example like we have discussed some other. Let's see, kerosene, petrol, straw. These are the combustible substances, but here the non-combustible is glass, then your stone. These are the non-combustible substances. Okay. Now the third and very important thing is, what are the conditions required for combustion? It is very important to discuss here with recalling some activities. So let's explore this topic, that what are the conditions which helpful or which are necessary for combustion. So let's see. When there is a situation, for this, let's see one activity. Take a burning candle, okay, in object A, and label it A. Then again take a burning candle and label it as B, and put you can say a glass having a open on both sides, open ends on both sides. Okay, you will cover it with this. This side is open. It is your B. Then in case of in case of C, it was your candle. Make it little small, and then again put this glass exactly the same way, and put make it little upward so that it will not burn your wood, and then put a wooden block. Okay, it is your C. Observe it. In first case, or in case A, it will burn smoothly. Here, when you will observe, it will start flickering, means something, it will try to make it survival. So it starts flicker. Means not a smooth burn. And what happens here? Just after a few seconds, this will burn off. Okay. With releasing some smoke. what does it show? This observation, what we just get idea. The idea is behind this whole activity. In the case A, this candle is getting proper supply of oxygen, so this burning is smoothly. In the second case, when we put this glass, although there is oxygen, but there is insufficient or reduced amount of oxygen supply, so the burning is not as smooth as in case of A. In the third case, when we cover this block, then the amount of oxygen which was present in this block was used by this candle, and after a few seconds it was just little burned off. Means as there is supply of oxygen block, so burning or combustion also stop burning. Okay, so the very important and we can say the first the very important condition for combustion is supply of oxygen. So it is clear to you, the first need or the we can say the necessary condition for combustion. First it is supply of oxygen. Okay. Now let's discuss the second one. You have seen some of the, for example, in your in kitchens, you have seen your mother how she just switch on the gas or gas stove. Sometimes she just take a matchstick, burning matchstick toward that gas stove, or use lighter in which there is some sparking takes place, and just after that sparking or just after that burning matchstick, we supply the gas or LPG toward this stove and start burning. Means what is it? Or in some time when we want to burn some stick, we have to provide a little amount of heat there. Or if you want to burn a paper, does it start burning by itself? No, it need a little amount of something, anything which is burning toward it, or burning flame toward it, so that it catches fire. Okay, so what does it show? Any substance will burn when, or it will catch fire when it reaches at to its specific temperature. Okay, so there is an important definition that the lowest temperature for a substance at which it catches fire is known as ignition temperature. Means at this temperature it ignites itself, and this is known as ignition temperature or kindling temperature. And when it catches fire, then the process continue by itself. So the combustion is a self-sustaining process, because the heat released by itself, it provides the ignition temperature for the remaining substances. So it is about this. The second situation is, the second very important condition is your ignition temperature. Ignition temperature or kindling temperature. Kindling temperature. Let's see again. What is this? It is the lowest or minimum amount of heat or temperature of substance at which it catches fire. Clear? How much or how low the ignition temperature, as quickly the substance start burning. Okay, So it decide the substance or quality of fuel also. So and then the very important thing is this ignition temperature is specific to substance, means it is different for different substance and which is specific. Then a very important thing, we can do an activity here, a very common activity. Make a paper cup or a funnel like this. Okay, two funnels, you can just twist it and you will get it. A very nice activity, we used to do it in our childhood. What you are supposed to do, it is your A, it is your B, and your B cup, it is your paper cup. What you are supposed to do, fill it with water, and in the same let it be empty, and then bring it toward the burning flame. What will you observe? This A, the paper will start burning. Start burning. Why? Because when the candle is providing its heat, its ignition, its temperature rises, the temperature of cup rises, and it reaches to the ignition temperature quickly and start burning. But what happens in case of B? When the heat is reached to the paper, then this heat transferred to the water by the process of conduction. So the temperature of the paper doesn't reach to its ignition temperature and it doesn't catch fire. So it will not catch fire. Start burning. Why is it so? Let's explain it. The paper, the flame provided heat to the paper. This heat transfer to water by process of conduction. So paper does not reach to ignition temperature and does not burn. But here the whole heat is just go to the paper and it reaches to its ignition temperature quickly and start burn. Now let's see. So it is the second and very important situation for the combustion. Now third and very important thing. Combustion takes place when there is oxygen. Combustion takes place when it reaches to the ignition temperature. But what? There should be the substance which is going to burn. So the third and very important thing is our combustible substance. It is very important, which act as fuel also. So the third thing is the combustible substance, about which I have talked earlier. Combustible substance. So these are very important things about condition required or necessary for the combustion. Now let me tell you about the matchstick, its discovery of matchstick. So about matchstick, I would like to tell you something which we should know. In earlier time, it was a very important discovery, and the basis of this matchstick, which is very useful nowadays also, was the ignition temperature. What happened? That we use the matchstick at in earlier time. What happened? It is your matchstick. It is a stick having the colored portion or head of the stick, and it is your matchbox. On its side, it is Have you seen there are some rough surfaces? Now let's see action. Is a chemical present in this. It was antimony trisulfide plus potassium chlorate, along with, very important thing, it was white phosphorus. And when this was rubbed on this rough surface, as we know, due to the friction, when we rub, there is a friction, it releases the heat, and so with that small amount of heat which is released, it reaches it to the ignition temperature, and the stick catches very quickly. Okay, but after some time it was observed that this white phosphorus is very harmful for the workers who were just using this for making this matchstick. Then one amendment, or you can say it was short out, this problem was short outed by that. Nowadays what we do, the same thing is, but now we don't use the white phosphorus only, and its head is made up of only antimony trisulfide and potassium chlorate. No phosphorus, because white phosphorus is harmful. But your matchstick, its size, which were, you can say, which were of rough surface. What happened? These rough surface having the red phosphorus, little amount of red phosphorus. Okay, now this problem was sorted out, that white, we don't use the white phosphorus nowadays. When we rub this matchstick head on this rough surface, this red phosphorus turn into white phosphorus, and then it reaches quickly to its ignition temperature and catches fire. Okay, so it was all about, so its dangerous effect can be reduced or could reduce by using the red phosphorus on this surface on which this matchstick is going to rub. It was about the matchstick concept. Now only one thing I would like to tell you at the same time about substances, that there are the two type of substances. One is the inflammable substance and one is the non-inflammable. Here the inflammable substances are very important to discuss. So what are the inflammable substances? Those substances which burn with the emission of heat, with means these substances have a very little ignition temperature. So let's see what is the inflammable substances. Those substances which burn at very low ignition temperature. Okay, for example, your alcohol and LPG. So one more thing, we are saying that these are inflammable, so they burn at very low ignition temperature with flame, means they release flame or release light in form of flame. Along with heat is a common, but they release flame. So these are your inflammable substances. Okay. Then, for example, your kerosene oil. It is inflammable substance, but cooking oil is not the inflammable substance. Please note it. And at the contrary, there is non-inflammable substances. Inflammable substance. those substances like they burn, they are combustible, but they do not release flame. These are called your non-flammable or non-inflammable substances. For example, your scent stick, it burns, or your charcoal, it burns but doesn't release the flame, it only glows. But in at your puja ghar there is a diya, it release flame, so it is a flammable. Okay, so I am very sure that you have got and a very nice example. But usually we avoid to do this experiment. The spray we use or the DO we use, it is also very inflammable. Even when we just bring a candle or burning matchstick toward that spray, it catches fire very quickly. It is also a flammable substance. So it was all about the combustion and its important condition, about its different types and combustion flame. We will discuss in our later class. Hopefully this introduction will help you to ease your study. Thank you very much.